Hey everybody, welcome back to my Nintendo YouTube channel. My name is Killot404 and welcome back to some more Splatoon gameplay. We're only 2 weeks away until the release of Splatoon worldwide, which is awesome. That's only 2 weeks away. So in terms of just gearing up for the game, I thought it would be interesting to create my own combat record or my own statistics just to see how well I actually did during the Splatoon Global Test Fire. So what I did is actually watch every single gameplay that I recorded of the Splatoon Global Test Fire, and I put inside a big Excel spreadsheet all the important stats such as kills per match, deaths per match, if I won the match or not, and also too the accumulated score per match. I watched the gameplay, recorded all this data, and I want to share with you guys because I thought it was interesting just to see how well I did, and also too I also want to recommend which weapons were great and which weapons were not so great. So let's get right ahead into this beautiful information that I created for you guys. Okay, so now we're going to be talking about the general statistics. I actually did play a total of 41 matches, and I also did, by the way, play in all 3 time slots of the Splatoon beta. I got a total score of 26,526, and when you divide those two numbers, I get an average score per match of 647. Now remember, there is a win bonus of 300 points every time you win, so I made sure to subtract that 300 points for every win that I got, and so this is the raw score, 647 average score per match. In terms of the combat stats, I got 305 kills, 94 deaths, which makes a kill-death ratio of 3.24, and finally, in terms of the match stats, I won 26 matches, lost 15 of them, which makes a win-loss ratio of 1.73. Now, I want to kind of go through the same statistics, but this time I want to break it down by weapon, and this is where things get really interesting. As you can see here from the left to right, it goes from the better weapon to the right all the way to the worst weapon. In terms of the KD, in terms of the Splattershot Jr., which by far was my best weapon, I got an amazing KD. I don't think I've ever gotten this KD in any other shooter game of 5.25, and then it kind of cascades down from there all the way to the Splat Charger with a 1.68 KD. In terms of the win-loss ratio, again, magnificent. 4.67 for the Splattershot Jr., and also, all the way at the end, a pitiful 0.33, so I only won 1 out of 3 matches, 1/3 of my matches every time I use a Splat Charger. And finally, average score per match, 800 for the Splattershot Jr., which is amazing. It's higher than my conglomerated average, and then of course, as you all expect, the Splat Charger, I only got 351 average score per match. So like I said, as you can see, it goes from better to worst. My best gun, Splattershot Jr., second best, Splattershot, third best, Splat Roller, and of course the Splat Charger didn't do so well. Of course, Splat Charger isn't that great of a weapon because it's hard to use. I felt it was really hard to snipe people. There's also a disadvantage that you move really slow when you're charging up the weapon, and also too, it takes a while to charge up, so you don't actually cover like the square foot on the map of paint as you can with the other weapons. So just in general, I think the Splat Charger was the worst weapon. It was the worst kind of situal weapon to use in terms of any scenario, and it was really only good for sniping. And what's the good of that, when the whole point of the game is to actually cover the turf? Another interesting thing to note is the Splat Roller. Now, a lot of people said the Splat Roller was OP, or everybody just liked to use that weapon, but I found that that weapon was just okay for me. It wasn't even the best weapon in terms of my statistics. I only got a 1.95 KD compared to the 5.25 KD with the Splattershot Jr., and something that I thought was going to be really, the kind of kicker to use the Splat Roller, of course, was the score per match. I only got a score of 694 using the Splat Roller as compared to the Splattershot Jr. of 801, and this is kind of interesting to me because, the Splat Roller seemingly would be the best, right? You would think it would be the best because it just covers the most area, but I feel that because I got killed more often, that I spend more time respawning, and I actually didn't cover as much area as I hoped, and I actually covered more area at the end of the day with the Splattershot Jr., I guess just because I got so many kills, and that just led to so many more chances for me to cover the turf. So I thought that was interesting. As you guys know, I thought the Splattershot Jr. was the best weapon during the beta, especially with the grenades and the perks, or the kill streaks, right? That bubbler kill streak was really great. It's really great to get into the enemy spawn and go just go ham in the paint, you know what I'm saying? Because they can't really even touch you when you have the bubbler on. And so my final recommendation, just from the beta, was that the Splattershot Jr. best weapon to use in the game. It reminded me of like the SMGs of other shooters that I played. So that's pretty much it. That's my statistical breakdown of how well I did during the Splatoon Global Test Beta. I hope you guys subscribe because we're going to be having a lot of fun. I have so many video ideas that I want to show with you guys, and I do expect to amp up the content that I post. At least up till the release of Splatoon, I have a lot of videos and gameplays to show you guys. And then, of course, after that, we're going to have a lot of fun creating videos, strategy guides, and so on and so forth. Single player, a lot of videos showing a bunch of stuff of that game. I really am excited. I think this is a great opportunity for a lot of people to get into the shooter genre. And hopefully, we have more games like this on the Nintendo Wii U. So that's pretty much it. Killout404 out. Peace. Have a great day.